I am on Vancouver Island. I'm at Rathtrevor Beach with a few other van lifers and campers, and I really wanted to show you everyone's rig setups. They're all completely different from each other. We have some stealth camping who's been on the island for 2 weeks. We have Outland Harry's big off-road rig. We have somebody that is here all the way from Florida, and then we have my very old school rig. So I just thought it'd be fun to show you guys and each person do a little tour of their van, because you can get so many ideas from different people's rigs that maybe you want to use for your own. And I'm just excited to show you guys, and I'm excited that we did this little meetup. I am hoping to do more in the future and maybe get them a little bigger. This was very much like a last second plan, so hopefully in the future we will get a bit more turnout. Thanks, Harry. You can be the photographer.
Are you filming right now? Yeah. Okay, so Sheriff's just right. He needs an OnlyFans, but we're gonna do a little van tour here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the photographer. She is the videographer.
Heck yes.
Starting with our friend Ship.
What up?
Hi, Ship.
I'm Ship.
Where are you from?
I'm from Florida. I'm 35 years old and I live full-time in my 2013 Ford Trans Connect.
And you drove all the way across to California?
I did. All right. So first things first, my side door opens up a little nook for my books, my toiletries. I got a skimboard and some shoes on this side over here, but yeah, it's a little cubby for my space. It's got a lot of space back there. It just houses a bunch of little different knickknacks. And if you want to come over here to the back, my shirt is on the ground.
Gotta love the wind. We picked a very windy day to do this.
It is. So some of the key features of the van is I have a fridge, freezer. I have a sink in there. When I want to cook, I just have this collapsible table. I have 3 12-volt outlets in this van that is powered by some solar panels up top. I do apologize, I don't know how much wattage it is, but
it's
able to power everything that I need electrically. So I'm reducing my carbon footprint, and obviously I have to have the Starlink.
Yeah, that's sweet. I wish I had one of those.
Yeah, bro, it's nice. I'm jealous. It's nice.
And I like your sink.
It saved me so much.
Like that.
Oh yeah. So yeah, and then the bed folds out. I just the bed folds out to this lip, and it becomes my bed for the night. And then I have an inverter and a lithium-ion battery underneath the bedding setup. So again, able to charge all my electronics, no issues whatsoever. And then just to add like a little homey aesthetic, I did a little Polaroid wall over here.
Yeah, I love your little setup. That's so cool.
You guys are awesome.
And your fridge.
And that painting,
I love your sink.
That painting because my sister painted that for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wanted to include it in that van, in my van.
Very nice. Very nice. That's the toilet?
Yeah,
an option for a toilet? Yep. That's cool.
That's the toilet.
Look how you're cushy.
Different angle of the sink.
I like how there's doors on both sides. That's cool.
And you don't really need to see this, but I'll open it anyways. This is where I house all the things that I need accessible.
Yeah, you got like longboards and...
Longboards, a soccer ball, volleyball,
and...
my drone equipment, my laundry, and then obviously my laptop bag and stuff.
I love it.
But I definitely try to make the most of my space because it's such a small vehicle, so everything is planned. My rule of thumb is anything that I'm bringing into the van, something has to come out. So I'm not adding too much in. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at senditship. Sendit_ship with 2 P's. And then on YouTube, it's Sweet Feet Ship, but that's for another day because I need to be active.
I'll post it. I'll post everybody's handles. All right, it's my turn. Some of you guys may have already seen my van. Maybe you guys are new to the channel and haven't. So here we are. She's a 1989 Dodge Caravan. She has a 318 engine and she's quite the beast. She's a tank. She's also very heavy, so I wish she came with the 1980s gas prices, but she does not. So she's a little pricey to take places, but we attempt to anyways. All right. I absolutely love how everything on this has got like the chrome vibes. That's a big thing for me. I love that. So when I got her, she actually used to be yellow. She was a school bus in Powell River. So I did paint her, but there's still spots where you can see the yellow paint. She used to just be full yellow. So a little more detail in my paint next time. So this is something fairly new that I put in this year, and I'm excited to use it lots this fall and winter because it gets so rainy and so cold here. So this is a wood stove, and I see a lot of people put wood stoves in that are square and then they have to use that weird compressed wood. I live somewhere where there's a lot of wood, so I made sure to get one. This one's actually 14 inches long so that I can put longer pieces of wood in it and just kind of stock it up for like a slow burn at night. So that was something that was really important to me because the square ones just didn't make very much sense to me. I really like this. This came with the van. It's just a really big storage. It's got different compartments. It's just, I find it super, super handy. The floors I have to do some work on, so I wanted temporary flooring. So for the meantime, I do have foam panels that help insulate it. And then these are old wool saddle pads because I'm a horse rider, so I had lots of access. And I find that, you know, they help with the floors and insulation for now. I did put these in almost like drawers, so you're not packing bags and having bags in here because I like as much space as possible. So these are good to just slide out, pack all your stuff, slide back in. Same with my food, different things, everything's in here, and then just slides back underneath. I did a custom bed frame just to make it a little smaller in here, more compact. That was simple to do. Very comfy bed, bit of a princess, so I like a big comfy bed. And then of course I have my old school badass speakers. This thing can just pump out the music like it's a party. The back actually does have a couple features that I like. I do have a roof rack, and when I first bought it, I didn't realize that it was a roof rack that was actually made for a boat because this spins. So I actually would in the future like to get a little boat, like a little Zodiac or something. And then I absolutely love the big chrome bumper. It's very handy. In the back of the van, here's my diesel fuel tank for the diesel heater. And then the line runs outside down the van and then back up so it doesn't run under the bed just in case something was to pop out or you just don't want that leaking everywhere. So that was a feature that we thought was important. And then usually I have all my firewood here for outdoor fires, but again, we're in a fire ban right now, so I took it out. And then I've got all my things under here for my cooking. And then it's just all my dishes and everything. So yeah, Zen Dog really loves being able to hop in and out here. He likes laying here and checking out the views. A lot of the time we're by a beach or something. So it's also kind of catered to my senior dog versus having a young dog. So he's happy with the setup too. Hi, I'm Harry.
You leave that part in. Sheriff just introduced me, so thanks.
Everybody
Anyways.
meet Harry.
Hi, Outland Harry here. If you'd like to follow along, please do. I do some fun camping videos with my badass 1995 Econoline 150. It has the 5-liter 302 motor, very bulletproof motor. heavily underpowered. It looks great. So I think we'll just start with the back.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming on here to the garage, as they like to call it.
The man cave.
The man cave.
Wow.
As you can see, I've got the man toys.
Ooh.
It's kind of messy because I was just on a camping trip shortly, or not shortly, a little while ago. So very basic setup, guys. I always recommend people doing this. This is basically, I think, 4 sheets of plywood, 5/8. Super simple. Brace here, across there. You got a full twin mattress in here, and we got, you know, some extra cupboards. There's 4 of these.
That's handy.
Yeah, so there's one in each corner, and then the center has like drink holders there.
Oh, smart.
You know, so when you're chilling in it at nighttime or whatever, and you want to have somewhere to put your drink, you have
So
that.
cool. I need that addition for sure.
Totally. You got, like, I always recommend drink holders. You need them. Then we got lights here. They have USB chargers on them as well. There's multiple lights around there. They're all wired to a house battery.
So cool.
So nothing other than the motor is wired. So nothing is run off of the starting battery other than the motor. Every other power source, like lights, plug-ins, everything, etc., is all off of a house battery. We'll get to that in a second. So basically, yeah, this is the back. Lots of room to stuff stuff.
Love
Very
it.
simple.
Cool speakers.
Cool speakers that you can't hear because they're in front of the bed frame. But yeah, why don't we take you guys around the other side and have a look on the inside here.
Sounds good.
Okay, coming in through the front door. The old barn door style. This one does not stay, so it will probably hit me during this showing. So once again, more of these cupboards here. This is the front side of the bed here. More lights. I got rod holders up there, and on this side is that holds my bow and arrow.
Oh, that's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna come in. Okay, taking you for a tour a bit of the inside here. We have the Energy battery monitor, and that is hooked to a 300 amp hour lithium ion from Power Queen that stays underneath here.
Cool.
So that baby will run pretty much everything for days on end. All right, and then we have, this is a sliding tray for the fridge. This comes out here.
Oh, that's cool.
I was worried about that. Yeah, so
Right.
when you're on the outside, you don't need to move the fridge too much.
Yeah.
Super simple. And
So
for video
handy.
purposes, I will do this. Let's stay there for a second.
Okay. Okay.
This seat spins 180.
Ah, I love me a good old captain's chair. A good old swivel. So cool.
That is, these came out of a 2009 Grand Caravan, and I'm a welder by trade, so I welded some brackets to make them still like safe, and they're the stow and go, so you can pop these out and clean them out. They'll both come out super easy if you need to work on the motor, remove the doghouse.
Cool.
Super easy. I just wanted something that was practical and would work well. That's the fridge, that's the captain's chair, and how we heat this thing is the diesel heater here, just a cheap Chinese one. That is the heater, that's the monitor. These are all switches for exterior lights.
Very smart. Cool.
But other than that, it is a basic setup. Basically 4 sheets of plywood. And then I made that countertop as well out of 2x6s and just stained it. There is, in here is kind of where the whole system lives. I have a 40 amp DC to DC charger right there. 1200 watt inverter. And this is just a switch to power the whole system off and on.
That's cool. That's like the system. My next thing is that whole setup. So
Yeah,
it's more
it's
permanent.
very-
Mine's
yeah.
very temporary.
Yeah, it takes a little while, but to kind of get it all together. But once you get it done, you won't regret it.
For sure.
Super simple. I just come in there, turn it off and on, whichever I need.
Awesome.
There's actually a light in behind here, but it's too bright out. So at nighttime, there's a switch here.
You get
It
the
illuminates this whole countertop.
ambiance.
Yeah, and then if you want extra light, there's this one up here, which isn't on because I just turned off the system. There's the 110 plug with USB charging, and a 10 amp charger for your 12 volt systems for, like, I don't know, paddleboard pumps and stuff like that. So that one can pump out 10 amps, I believe.
I love how everything you've thought out of everything, and everything's so like functional and accessible.
Yeah, it's like
It's
it's
really
not
cool.
the prettiest thing, but it's functional. I wasn't going for looks. I guess I could have done a better job looks-wise, but it's very, very functional.
There's too many Instagram vans out there that aren't very functional, so I think this is better.
It doesn't look as nice, but it's very, very
But
functional.
still, like, yours looks like rad though. It's like badass. You know what I mean?
Sure, she's saying that for the video.
No, it's cool. I can't wait for my van to have more of a setup like yours.
So we're gonna come around to the front side here. Now, everybody in this community has a diesel heater, and everybody, even Cheris, has her diesel tank on the inside of the van.
It's true.
I didn't want to go that route because you can always smell it, in my opinion. So, being a welder, I made a special little bracket to mount the tank underneath the hood here.
Yeah, when you told me about this, I was like mind blown. I'm like, that's such a good idea.
And you get the best looks when you're filling it up. People think you're crazy.
Yeah.
So what I've done is you got some dead space here per se, and I just welded this bracket here and the tank bolts to it. And then there's a pump right below it, so the pump is not, and you can't actually hear the pump because it's so far away from the bed, and it's right below that.
Such a good idea. Yeah, my pump's so loud.
Exactly, like that was the one I didn't
My
know
dog
how bad
hates
it was.
it.
So did mine, and I'm like, I gotta change something. So that's where that comes in. Once the heater's running, you can't hear the pump. So it's actually, it looks a little tight, but it's just held together by 2 screws here, 2 bolts there, and you can lift this out and you can service the pump. You could change this. This is still 7 liters, so I'm still good for 3 days of camping. That's primarily all
awesome.
I do with it. I don't live in it, but I just carry another jerry can up on the roof rack, which we'll get to in a second here. But yeah, this is it.
Cool. So smart.
So coming up to the roof rack here, which I have made myself, it isn't the prettiest thing, but it was all out of scraps from my shop when I had a welding shop. Right up here is a power plug and a controller box for the winch. Oops. There is a winch up there to pull up my 12-foot aluminum boat.
Which is so cool. Yeah, which you'll see on his channel if you watch his videos.
I think in the last video or two, yeah, I did show it. So basically, there's a power cord that goes here, and that runs right down to the starting battery. There's a cord that lives there that just kind of just always stays there. And then that is the the remote for it. It also just plugs in there. Once you climb up on the rack, you can kind of see what you're doing and, you know, go in or out or whatever you need to do with the winch. And that pulls
yeah, it's
up.
cool that you have a winch too. It's just
It was a little hard to get a 12-foot boat up there. So yeah, it needed something. So it's very handy. So that will hold a 12-foot boat, which is very, very handy because I have an 8-foot, but now I have a 12-foot. So I'm really excited about that.
fancy.
Everybody loves the ladder.
Yes.
I will showcase this.
I want
made this.
one.
I call this my 1-hour ladder. I was in a hurry, and I mean, once again, out of scraps, put it through the bender just to match the profile of the van. Give it a 1-foot spacing and some nice grip tape. Very, very, very sturdy. All solid. Everything here. This rack is aluminum. This is aluminum. It's all solid aluminum, so very lightweight, very strong.
And it looks cool.
It looks cool. Okay, I think that's all I can really show you. We went over the rack, ladder, diesel heater system. We went over the inside. Oh, I do want to mention that I upgraded the leaf springs from 1/2 ton to 1 ton springs.
Oh, really?
E150, yeah, because it's
That's
a little bit
smart.
of saggage.
Okay.
A lot of work. I've done everything on my own, so it's a lot of time and effort and a lot of thought put into it. But overall, it's very functional and it works great for my camping adventures.
Awesome.
So thanks for the tour, Cherish.
Thanks so much, Harry.
I'm Adrian,
Hi, Adrian.
and this is my little traveling setup. I travel short-term or short trips at a go, and I don't want to be limited to where I can go. I want to be nimble and not spend a lot of money so I can go farther out. And
Yep.
so I use this car, which is an all-wheel drive Kia Sorento.
You're more of like a stealth camper. Are you here on Vancouver Island for 2 weeks? You've been here?
I've been here for 2 weeks, and I kind of think of what I'm doing as backpacking by car. So it's
I love
it's
it.
not like setting up a tent every night. I do have a tent if I want to put one up. And other than that, I just folded the half of the seat down and put a mattress down.
Awesome.
And I keep things compact. I keep them in a way that they can't move around a whole bunch. So if I go down rough roads, they don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And I keep everything that I need if I want to go stay in a hotel or a hostel. I keep that in one bag. And so it's always ready to grab, has everything I need in it. And other than that, I can just lay down here. I
Yeah.
had to teach myself how to be able to get out because I'm 6'2". I can't get out of the back without using the hatch. I can't use the doors.
Right.
And there's a trick to doing it. Most cars actually have this. They have an interior release. There's a little lever in here that you flip.
Okay.
Because if you don't do that and you think it's just unlocked and you push it open, it sets off the car alarm, and then you're not really very stealthy.
You're not stealth-typing at all. Just like panic mode. Turn it off. Turn it off.
And I've been like you say, I've been on the island for a couple of weeks, and I've done a fair bit of stealth camping. Found some nice quiet spots, and I find you meet a lot of people doing similar things, and they're very
That's
friendly.
the cool part.
They're
Yeah.
great to talk with and share stories with.
Right on.
It's been great.
You want to point out some of the features that were important to you for your setup? Like what was something that you was either non-negotiable or that was comfy or...
Well, non-negotiable was I didn't want to. The front seats are really comfortable and you can recline them quite a bit, but I've gotten tired of that. Gotten tired of trying to sleep in the front seats. It works sometimes if you're really tired, and sometimes it doesn't. So I had to have enough room in the back to lay down with a mattress. I tried to do it without a mattress, and that's just too painful. But I also wanted to have a rear seat up so that I could have a functional three-seater if I needed it, and a place to put stuff that's not in the back, so I could actually use more of the space in the back.
Perfect. That's awesome. And then even you're saying your little cooler that you put the frozen water bottles in to keep it cold. That's a good idea too.
Yeah, I didn't want to make room just yet for like a power supply and a fridge.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
so I can't really be remote.
Yeah.
But everything I need to be comfortable. It's like having like a hostel room or a hotel room, right?
For sure.
And I keep everything covered in black so that it doesn't attract a lot of attention. You know, people look through the windows and they're tinted and they can't see much of anything. So
Yeah, that's smart.
it's very discreet.
Cool. Well, I'm glad that you've enjoying your time on the island. Thanks for the little tour.
No problem.
So that finishes our little tour today and a little beat up from everybody. Again, we might try and plan another one of these in the future and give people like more notice and actually plan it in advance and get a bit more of a turnout. But thanks for coming everyone today and for touring the van. I hope you guys like this video and we will see you in the next one.